Now I want to go over the 3 habits for academic success. Because anybody in this room knows that it starts with your academics. Like, it starts with what you do in the classroom. Because believe it or not, you can't be a great individual outside of the classroom if you don't display that same level of greatness inside of the classroom. Now, mind you, it doesn't always reflect through straight A's or D's lists or whatever it may be. But you know individually whether you're giving a certain amount of effort in your academics or not. Right, so the 3 habits that I have, the first one is to wake up 15 minutes early. And I got a lot of people rolling their eyes right now, I can see it. But for me, during the semester, I would wake up at 6:30 a.m., Monday through Friday, every single morning. Somebody saying, Jordan, why are you waking up so early? Like, why is that even, like, classes don't even start until 8 o'clock. But for me, my morning routine was integral in me developing and cultivating ideas as it relates to my business and what I can do on campus. There are so many ideas that I've generated in the first 30 minutes of my morning because I don't even touch my phone the first 30 minutes of my morning. I hit stop on the alarm and I literally go throughout the first 30 minutes of my day without having any access to social media or anybody else. Right, the entire floor is quiet because nobody else is awake at that time, and that gives me the opportunity to actually think and generate ideas. Now, this also builds discipline. So you might not be able to wake up 15 minutes earlier the first time, but try waking up 5 minutes earlier one morning. And to use that time to generate ideas and to be quiet and to be with yourself and to cultivate those ideas that you might have about your career. Right, the second thing that I challenge everybody in this room to do is to create an accountability system with your teachers and your professors. And again, that comes through the communication that you have with them. If you never have conversations with your professors and the people who are guiding you as far as your academics, they're not really going to know who you are, and you're not going to build that level of accountability with them. And then lastly, you have to sacrifice short-term money for long-term investments. This might be my favorite slide up here right now. And I'll say it again for somebody in the back who wasn't paying attention. Sacrifice short-term money for long-term investments. I know exactly what it's like to work a part-time job in college. And I know as college students, we need to make our money, right? Because our parents aren't always supporting us financially. And I'm not insensitive. I know that there are some people in this room that have to work 30 to 40 hours a week because they're supporting somebody else that's not themselves. Right, and I get that, and that's very real. But if you had the opportunity, right, if you had the ability to sacrifice a part-time job, or at least some hours at a part-time job, to build something for yourself, it'll help you in the long run. And when I say build something for yourself, I'm not specifically talking about a business. You don't have to be an entrepreneur in order to build things for yourself in the future. I was talking to Joey Cross last week. Joey Cross just graduated from the Parsons School of Design, and he has done work for MTV, and he's done work for shows that P. Diddy has been on, and he's a really up-and-coming producer. And he said one of the things that he regrets about his college experience is that he spent too much time working part-time at Zales and not enough time applying for internships. And I want to let somebody know that right now that free internship that comes across your desk or that comes to your email could be the something that jumpstarts you as far as your career. And of course it's free, so we don't really pay it any mind, but it is those free opportunities to practice something and to operate in your gift that we pass on all the time. And we do it for money that's part-time, that we might blow on marijuana, that we might blow on gas money, or whatever it may be. But I want you to make the sacrifice and to invest in yourself long-term. And to be able to look at opportunities and say, okay, this might not be paid, right? This might not provide housing, this might not provide transportation, but I'm gonna make the sacrifice for my future self. So when I look back 10 years, I can say that was a great decision that I made. That was a great decision to wake up at 8 a.m. to go do an internship before my 1 p.m. class. That was a great decision that I made hours just Googling internship and doing my research and taking notes on these different opportunities. It was worth it to conduct those informational interviews and to reach out to people through LinkedIn. And that's another thing that students don't realize. It is easier than ever to connect with people. Guys, I'm nosy. Like, I want to know exactly who I'm interviewing with. Right? When I got that email a couple hours ago from the NFL, I was actually able to find the person that was interviewing me through LinkedIn. And I've gotten this strategy through some of the mentors that I have at McDaniel College. You actually reach out to the person that's in the position that you hope to be in one day, and you do an informational interview with them. You ask them how they got that opportunity, what their experience was like when they were an intern, right? What their experience was like choosing their major and figuring out what they wanted to do in college. And again, we underestimate the power of these decisions that we make. So again, I know some people have some very personal situations and you have to take care of your loved ones and the people around you. I totally understand that as far as finances. But if you have the ability, make the short-term sacrifice for the long-term